What's up, everybody? My name is David and I'm a musician, and I like all forms of music. I love playing with bands and being up there on stage shredding it out and making albums with bands, but I also love producing artists here in my studio, helping them take their ideas and make them a reality, and that's awesome. But one of my favorite things to do, and what I do mostly on this YouTube channel, is produce music all by myself. Every piece of music that you hear on this YouTube channel, unless I explicitly state otherwise, was crafted 100% by me. I'll play the guitars, I'll play the bass guitars, I'll sequence the MIDI, I'll write the lyrics, and I'll sing the songs. And I love that. But that had to start somewhere, and you may ask, where did that start? How did I learn that skill? And let me tell you a little story. About 11, maybe 12 years ago, we're talking 2005, 2006, I was playing in bands, I was touring, and I was loving every minute of it. But I never really had my chance to get hands-on with the new digital audio workstations. I did have a little Tascam recorder that I'd record into, but I'd never really produced anything in a DAW. But I was hanging out at the studio where we recorded a lot of our material, and everyone was kind of winding down for the evening, and the studio owner asked, "Hey, do you want to get in there and try to produce something this evening?" And I thought, free studio time? This is like Christmas Day. Because back in 2005, I didn't have access to a studio like I did now. So that night, despite not really having any knowledge, from 2 a.m. until about 10 a.m. the next morning, I sat behind the desk and engineered myself playing the guitar, and then playing the bass, and sequencing it all, and making a track all by myself. And it was the first time I ever did that. And I always try to do some archiving at the end of the year, and I came upon this. In case you can't tell, it's a CD, and it is pretty scratched. But it wasn't too scratched to extract it onto my hard drive. And this is really the very first track that I ever produced all by myself. And I often think about it, because people think of music as a collaborative thing, and that is very true. Every band you ever heard was all playing together. But it's not until the modern era, when we get into DAWs, that you have producers making tracks all by themselves. And I think that is so fascinating, because it sort of harkens back to the time of Mozart and Bach and Beethoven. But even they needed symphony orchestras of dozens of players to make their musical dreams a reality. Imagine what Bach or Mozart could have done if they had Sibelius or Dorico. It's almost impossible to believe. But in this day and age, we can make tracks all by ourselves. We have multi-track recorders, we have MIDI recording, and you gotta start somewhere. So in case you were wondering, this is where I started. So let's check out that song. And even though I recorded this 12 years ago, I'm just gonna play along so you have something to look at during the video. So here we go! So there it is, the first song that I ever recorded. I hope you liked it, everyone. Feel free to like or subscribe and take care of yourselves. Peace!